I did this video a few times already. Uh, this thing keeps going out of focus on me. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up. All right. Yesterday I was supposed to take a break from this project. And I went out to the dollar store and I came back. And I started looking at it, what space I had left to put the power supply. Now the power supply is only 2 diodes and 2 capacitors. And how to lay them in there? Do I do a circuit board? Circuit board's too hard. A piece of perf board won't fit in there. It's got to be something that's custom. And like I said, this unit is 8 pounds of crap in a 5-pound box. So my go-to method all the time is to use one of these terminal strips. All right, and that's what I use. Now hopefully it's still in focus. And the power comes in here between this terminal lug that's ground and here. The transformer goes here, the center tap winding. And then between the ground and the center tap winding goes the standby switch. And you basically have 2 other windings that go to these 2 diodes. These 2 diodes are tied together to this capacitor. This point here goes over to the choke, and then the output of the choke comes over to here. Very simple power supply. Then it goes up to the regulator tubes and to those controls. Okay? But for now, all the points that I can solder to are now in this chassis. Okay? It's just a matter of running a few wires. But that's how I roll. You can really customize something if you use a terminal strip. And these terminal strips I got at the electronic barn. He had bins of these things, and I had seen these before at Willway at a company that was updating the shoemaking machines. They had the machines refurbished, but they wanted to change the controller. So an engineer came in, and rather than make a circuit board, he laid out these type terminals in a row in a case similar to this. Okay? And he was able to make the controller for the shoe machines similar to the old one. So the repair guys would have no problem repairing it. Okay? They would look in, see the parts they knew went bad, change the parts. And these strips, unlike other terminal strips, can handle soldering a part to it and taking it back off a few times. They're well made, they're very sturdy, and I just kept buying them. Every time I went to the barn, I would grab another handful. And they've aged. I have to clean these with an eraser before I can use them. But anyway, I want to get back to what I was saying yesterday. I went off on a tangent. I was talking about baby boomers, being a baby boomer, and how they catered to me when I was a kid. We had television shows in the morning for us before school. We had television shows at lunchtime and after school. Okay? Now, there's a program on MeTV. It's called TOON In. There's a hand puppet that's coming out of a fish tank. I guess he's a tuna. And I tried to watch that show several times. And first of all, they run old cartoons, which is nostalgic. It's kind of depressing. But I'm trying to get a handle on it. And the jokes are a little bit above what a little kid would understand, but they're clean. So what I realized is the show is basically a parody of a baby boomer's television show that we watched as a kid. You know, Chuck McCann, Sandy Becker, Officer Joe Bolton, Captain Jack McCarthy, Claude Kirshner, and there's other ones too. Anyway, that's what they're doing. So the regular commercials, instead of being for kids' toys, they're for Medicare, Medicaid, J.J. Walker. It's free, it's free, and Joe Namath. Oh, is that pathetic? Well, anyway, I'm watching this like, what's missing? What's it? You know, and then of course when that show goes off, Leave It to Beaver comes on. So I said, you know, MeTV is catering to the baby boomers, and I'm trying to move forward. And I put on, I thought, you know, it'd be nice to have it on in the background in the morning. And I'm like, something's wrong with this show. So I said, let me go read the reviews on this thing. And other people, they talk too much. I just want to see the old cartoons. And, you know, and then the other ones, Oh, they run too much Tom and Jerry. I'm tired of them. I didn't like them as a kid. Then another one. Oh, I don't like Roadrunner cartoons. I've seen too many of those. You know, and you read the reviews. It's a person. Oh, the host. He's terrible. Get him off there. And then other ones actually further down actually know the guy's name. Yeah, I need to dump him. So I was like, okay. Other people have a problem with the program that I don't have. I'm looking at it like, why am I getting this weird feeling when I'm watching it? Well, it's nostalgic. And the first time this hits you, as I told you once before, midlife crisis. I went through a midlife crisis, didn't know I was going through a midlife crisis. And I knew what a midlife crisis was, but didn't realize I was in it. Well, anyway, then you get retired, and it's a whole new change of life type of thing. And you gravitate towards things from your past. Old radios, you know, old television sets, old cars, old furniture, and it goes on and on and on. Guy will start collecting baseball cards again, or old board games. I've seen it in many, putting puzzles together. And I was watching, it's like, what is actually going on in my head? I'm watching this program, like, it's not really funny. The cartoons are not funny. And at some point, you get to a certain age, that certain shows, like your favorites, Leave It to Beaver, I'd watch that till the cows came home. I watched that, and I'm like, I know the episode. You know it so well, and you run it ahead. Even like Seinfeld. I threw it on the other day. It was still funny. And it wasn't an episode I thought was really that good, but it was still funny. That's because the channels I had for the last couple of years didn't have Seinfeld on it. 2.5 Men. I've gone around in a circle with all the episodes. That's getting stale. Okay? But this Tune In had me, like, they're only showing like 3-4 cartoons a half hour. But what it is, it's a parody of a kid's show. And I'm like, no kid's going to get that joke. Well, it's not for kids. It's an adult parody of a kid's show from when you were a kid. And I got it yesterday. Finally hit me. And I said, let me go read the reviews. And other people have complaints about the program that I don't have. You know, I just tune out the skits. They're not funny. But they have to be clean, because kids might be watching it, but some of the jokes are over the kids' heads. And I'm telling you right now that show is actually made for adults, because no kids don't watch that crap anymore. Okay, they're playing video games. I think that's it. All right, I think that's it.